Hi, Amanda and Sophie and everyone else. I wanted to do a quick video to update you. I had the mother load of all breakthroughs, the mother load of all breakthroughs over the last 4 days. And today, the last of it finally clicked, and I figured out everything I've been doing wrong, and I finally fixed it. Um, so I'm not going to be in today's session because I have something I need to do. I and this is where I can't really get into it with each and every one of you. And I know Lena, I know you've been asking, and I know Heather and I have connected. I hope your time is going very well for you, Heather. And Amanda and Sophie, I know you're invested in my journey and you're wanting to know how's everything going. So this is an easy one. I'll catch all of. Here's what's going on with me. I'm an actress. I have been an actress since I was 4 years old. I I cannot explain to you how much my calling put me on the stage, and not just theater, but British television theater and Shakespeare and opera. Like, I go big, like full big. And as early as 4 and 5, my father took that away from me and called me a whore. And then my brother put me through some really horrific torture. And between my brother and my father, and then later my boyfriends, I very much was put into a position where every bit of theater, Shakespeare, anything to do with stage was ripped out of me. And every time I talk to somebody and I get a little loud, that thing turns on in my head and it shuts it down every time. When I did Brain to Books, I tapped into it, and I didn't completely own it, but I had tapped into it. And I was able to siphon that theatrics into my company, which is why the company did so well. And today I I do a manifestation, and this is really what I want to impart to all of you. People manifest money, they manifest love, they manifest material objects. That is really off the mark of manifestation. Manifestation really is about aligning yourself to the frequency. The frequency. And I started a mantra that's about a month ago that said, I call upon the divines to release what no longer serves me. And literally within a matter of days, friends started to fall out of my life. People started to distance themselves from me. Toxic things that I no longer needed vanished because I and every one of us has our own frequency. And we are either tuned into that frequency and we are aligned with it, or we are not. The purpose of manifestation is to align yourself with that frequency in manifestation. And that's what I've been doing. That's what we all are trying to do. But we're thinking about money, and we're thinking about love, and we're thinking about possessions. We have missed the mark. The point is to align yourself with your frequency. And when you do that, everything else comes to you as a reward, which is what Amanda has been saying from day one. It's being authentic to yourself, and your authentic self is your frequency. What you love is your identity, and when you realize what you love and what your purpose is, you align with that frequency. And when you do that, everything comes to you as a consequence. But there was a second part of the mantra I was missing, and I discovered it 3 days ago. It was me. And at first it was like, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. And I realized I was manifesting 4 or 5 different topics. And I went, why am I spanned upon these 5 different topics? Oh, hell, I'm just going to totally embrace my Shakespeare now. Why was I completely, it's like losing out on these 5 different topics? And it was time consuming. And I was spending so much time and focus and energy going, I want this, and I want this, and make sure I get this. And I'm like, no, universe, just return. I have no idea what just happened, but that's okay. I'm still going. My computer just did this whole glitch in it. Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. That's the universe like that. I know what that is. I thought I had lost you. I thought the call had dropped. So it was very much this. I realized that I was wasting a lot of time and energy trying to articulate each and every manifestation to the universe. Make sure I get this, make sure I get this, make sure I get this. And it suddenly occurred to me, I was just tired of it. And I said to the universe, no, just return to me what is mine. And it was this massive catch all of, yes, that's all I want. Bring to me what is mine and release what is not mine. And that became my manifestation for the last 4 days. And I watched my sunlight come back to me. I watched my partner come back to me. I watched money start to flow into my account Literally, I watched my engagement on Facebook quadruple. I watched me finally step into who I am. And it started off yesterday. I was singing and I was dancing and I started exercising. These are things that are a part of me, that have been a part of me all my life. And I finally owned it this morning, which is why I'm late, and which is why I went, oh, it's 11:20 and I'm still not in the meeting. And I'm like, no, this is more important. I have to do this now. And that's when it all came together. And I wanted to just impart upon you that when you focus on just aligning yourself with what is true to you and releasing what isn't, the alignment fixes itself. The universe knows what you need. It's in your note, it's in your frequency. You don't have to tell it what you need. You don't have to communicate and articulate it. That's the control. That's the fear. That is not the trust. It's literally just look, universe, you know what I need. You know what I want. You have my frequency. Just find what is mine and return it to me. And in so doing, I found myself. I found me again. And I realized that this is since I was 4 years old, I was taken away from me. And that is why I couldn't do what I needed to do. That is why I couldn't do anything. So I'm going to step out of today's class because I have to go do this now. I have been waiting. I have been waiting for 38 years to do this. And it's so funny because whenever I watched Tony Robbins, I had this, oh, I want to be like him. And I was drawn to so many things throughout my entire life, like Doctor Who and the Shakespearean actors. And I'm just like, oh my God, I want this so badly. And I condemned myself to a seat in a theater. And that is so not who I am. I belong on the stage. And I met a man named Stanley. He's a very good friend of mine, and he's a Shakespearean actor. And we had lunch together a few weeks ago, and he took me to a theater where he worked, and there was an empty stage, and he put me on the stage, and I pulled out something I had written, and he had me read it, and then he coached me on theater. And that was like a massive snowball that just finally led me to this moment. This is my sunlight. This is who I am. And I spent my whole life sharpening all these beautiful fine-tuned pieces about me. I sing opera and I write script and I am tutored in Shakespeare and I have this massive theatrical and art background. I moved to New York City because of this. And it just, I have been literally just living like this, suppressing every little bit of me. And every time I get a little loud, every time I get a little theatrical, I've got somebody next to me going, oh, you're too much. That's their problem. That's a reflection on them, not me. And I realized that I have the grandeur and the magnitude and the volume and the passion of Tony Robbins literally crammed inside of me. But I'm so much more than that because my path is different than his. And I've been literally holding my own little mini 4'11". Yeah, I'm 4'11", crammed inside of my little body. That's Tony Robbins. And I have been stifling it to make sure I'm professional and reputable and people take me serious because that's what my family needed from me because that was their problem. And they turned their problem into my issue. And today is the day I said, screw that shit. And I'm taking it back from me. That being said, I I have like Facebook feeds every day that I post or that I listen to. And one of these persons every day says things like, you're almost there. Keep going every day. You're almost there. This week, it's 5 days. And he literally has been counting it down in 24 hours, in 5 hours, in 10 hours, you're going to be there. And today I opened it up and it says, congratulations, you are a millionaire. It's done. And it's like this massive confirmation of that's the universe going, you figured it out, sweetheart. There it is. So that's like just double confirmation of I I'm good. So I'm gonna go do my thing. Thank you so much. And I am going to try and make it tomorrow. I don't know. I have to follow the universe and she's telling me to go this way. So I will be in touch. Bye. Thank you.